Alright, what's up guys? NinjaDeathStrike here, bringing you another Pokemon TCGO match. This one is pretty quick, I believe. But I wanted to post it just because my opponent's using a deck that is been hyped or is a thing. He's using Charizard, which I guess some people were talking about. I think most people know that it's not very good, but we'll see why. So I'm playing Darkrai Hydreigon just because I hadn't played with it for a long time, and I actually really liked the deck, and I wanted to play it. So I figured I may as well record since I didn't have any other matches backed up at the time. And here we go. I win the coin toss. Gonna catch that Celebi out right away just to make it annoying for him. One of Charizard's biggest problems is the fact that it's an energy hog, and so forcing him to waste energy during the beginning turns is going to be really good. I'm also going to computer search here and hopefully get a dark patch, which it looks like I do, but I guess I don't have any dark energy in the discard pile, so never mind. But yeah, you can see I threw away 2 catchers and a computer search on the first turn. Luckily, since I play Sableye, wasting resources like that isn't as big a deal. Losing the Skylas hurts a bit, but shouldn't be too much of a problem, I hope. I do hit my third one, so I could potentially use that to get a Hydreigon this turn if I wanted to. Or even just Dark Energy. I don't know if I play Energy Search in this deck or not. But he's going to attach to his Charmander and then Level Ball and grab probably another Charmander, because I think that's the only thing that Level Ball would get in this deck. Yep. So there he goes. He's got 2 Charmanders. He doesn't attach to Celebi, just kind of leaves it up there. Luckily, I top deck the Dark Energy, so that's good. The only thing I need now is a Darkrai, and I could potentially use that Skyla to get Darkrai out. Hopefully that's what I'm going to do. Don't really need to end this turn. He didn't do a whole lot last turn. I don't think he played a supporter. If he did, I missed it. But yeah, I'm going to make the right call. Save the N, grab the Ultra Ball, and that way I can just get rid of Dark Energy, a Dark Energy, and a Rare Candy. Yeah, good. No need for the Rare Candy since I should be able to get a Hydreigon next turn. I already have Zweilous out. So don't need that Rare Candy. Just go ahead and chuck it, and that way I don't have to junk hunt for the Dark Patch later, because there's already other things I want to get out of my discard pile. So I'm looking pretty good, Darkrai Hydreigon, not the fastest deck, but steadily making progress on my setup. I'm almost done now. All I really need is a Hydreigon and another energy, and I'll be able to start Night Spearing. And once that happens, it's really going to put a lot of pressure on him to attack immediately. He does play down that Charmeleon, so that becomes a top priority target. Charmeleon does have 90 HP, so if I'm able to hit it with Night Spear, I can take it out before it becomes a Charizard. The main thing with the Celebi deck is that Charmeleon's Raging Claws, or whatever attack name it is actually really good on Charizard. It's basically like an Outrage, and since Charizard has 160 HP, lets you do a lot of damage because he's very hard to KO. So, you can kind of use Split Fire, Split Bomb, or whatever, Fire Bomb, whatever his first attack is, and then just kind of use Raging Claws after they attack into you to do a bajillion damage. And I don't want that to happen, so if at all possible, I'm going to try and prevent that. I do play the N here. At this point, I'm definitely looking for the catcher. He did have the N last turn, so he was able to force me to shuffle it back into my deck, and unfortunately, I did not grab it. So at this point, I have a bit of a choice. I can junk hunt again, or I can just go for the Night Spear. I did get 3 energy on board, and I'm going to opt to go the offensive route. Not being able to hit the Charmeleon was a little unfortunate, but all is not lost. This Night Spear is actually going to be a big deal. It's going to put Celebi at 30 HP, which means I can 30 or 20, I don't remember, 20 HP, which means I can pick it off with another Night Spear from the bench whenever I want. And in addition to that, it is going to allow me to put 30 damage onto Charmeleon, and this is kind of a big deal because it means that Charizard will now be in range for a Hydreigon kill. Charizard does have that big 160 HP, but a lot of people forget that Hydreigon can actually attack for 140 damage, and that kills a lot of stuff, including Charizard. So now, even if he evolves, he's going to be a lot easier to deal with, just because I got a little bit of damage on him early. So he actually goes for the Ultra Ball, rare candies into the first Charizard, and then I believe he has the other one from his hand. No, I guess not. So he rare candies the Charizard with no energy, and then he's lucky to get the other one off of his Juniper. If he had whiffed that, that would have been bad for him. So I check it out there. I want to see how much energy it has on it. So, yeah, I can see there. And it's not counting the double colorless, or it doesn't show it in the energy thing. It only shows the basic energy as the little symbol. But he does have a fire and a double colorless energy. So he can use Split Bomb, but he's not going to be able to use whatever his 150 damage attack is. I don't even remember the name of it. Let's see if the card pops up here. Maybe I can read it. Yeah, see, I'm checking again because I didn't know how much energy it had on it. I was worried that he had enough to KO me. That would have been pretty bad, to be honest. But he doesn't. He only has 3, and so he's going to be forced to just go with a Split Bomb. I don't know why. Scorching Fire, that's the second attack. I don't know why he chose to Catcher up the Hydreigon, since Darkrai just gives it free retreat. It's a complete waste of a catcher. You know, if he was going to be able to kill it with Scorching Fire, then that's different, but he's not stalling at all. I can just Dark Trance over, retreat, and, you know, his catcher is wasted. But in this situation, I don't even want to Dark Trance. He actually does me the favor of catchering the thing up because I have to promote it active anyhow. I top deck that Dark Patch, which means I don't have to worry about whiffing the energy, which it looks like I would have if I just had to use that Bianca. Although I might have used the Ultra Ball to try and draw more cards, but since I got it off the top deck, it's not an issue. Very convenient for me, and I just Dragon Blast him for 140, and there goes the Charizard and all of his energy. So, yeah. And now we see where the problem with the deck really lies. He does have this other Charizard out, but since he candied for it, he can't use Raging Claws. He's going to have to use Split Bomb, which means he's going to have to get 3 energy, which means I'm going to get to attack him no matter what. Charmander does have the attack that lets him get fire energy from the discard, but it does take a turn, and he's forced to use that here, as I'm going to get my second Hydreigon into play and really just cement the victory. So because he's forced to use the attack to get the energy back, it gives me a free attack. That means I can just Night Spear him. There's no worry for a Raging Claws because he doesn't have Charmeleon, and even though he healed off the Celebi, it's not a big deal. You know, a lone Celebi EX is not something I need to worry about. So even though it's 5-6, my board position is absolutely dominant. There's really not a whole lot he can do here. If he gets DCE, he can use Scorching Fire, which will hurt. But I have a Max Potion, so I can just use that. If he gets Catcher, even with a Catcher Scorching Fire, he could kill Hydreigon, but I got the second one out, so that doesn't shut off my energy acceleration. If he gets a Max Potion, you know, he's got to get rid of his energy, and then he's just back to square one. So this is a really tricky spot for him. I'm not sure what he's going to grab with that Skyla. Definitely going to take his time to think about it. He gets a switch, which is okay. So, yes, he didn't have any energy. He attaches the energy now. Yeah, I don't understand what's going on there. he's basically just sacrificing his Celebi EX to me, because actually, if I had, you know, if I had to take the 2 prizes off of Celebi, that would have been fine. Wouldn't have mattered at all. So I'm going to go ahead and attack here. I would have liked to see me go for the Ultra Ball and just grab something just to thin out my deck a little bit in case I get end, but it's not a huge deal. Charizard is only worth 1 prize, so he's not going to be able to, you know, end me down to 3, which would hurt a lot more. And now he benches Shaman EX, which is definitely interesting. It's a little bit early, but I guess he doesn't really have any choice. You know, there's not a whole lot else he can do. He did just attach to it, and so at this point he only has EXs on the field. I probably could have actually junk hunted. That would have been a better call. But I opt to just send up Sigilif, which is fine too. Sigilif is pretty good right now. I wasn't playing one in the list for a long time, but I ended up cutting something to fit him in here. And he's going to come in handy right here. He'll do exactly enough damage to take out that Celebi. He had 60, and then plus the 50 is 110. And now he has to have a catcher to even attack me. And even if he does, again, it's not the end of the world. I got double Hydreigon, double Darkrai, so whatever. He is going to take out one of my Hydreigons. Goes for the clean one, which I guess is the best choice given his options, but looks like I'm going to Ultra Ball. I don't know what for. Probably Mewtwo. Just, yeah, to finish the game off. Because Mewtwo. It is actually the only way I can get the kill this turn. I guess I could have Dragon Blasted him too, but whatever. Just wanted to finish the game with a Mewtwo because Mewtwo. So gonna shift all my energy up there and hit him for, let's see, that's 120 right there. Yep, 120, and finish the game. So there you go. That's why Charizard doesn't really work. It's just too slow. Which is a shame. Charizard's a cool guy, but just can't cut it in this format. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Helps my videos get more views. And leave me a comment about the match. Check out the links in the description, and I'll have more coming your way shortly. Thanks for watching, guys.